Yo, yo, yo.
Happy Friday.
What's going
Thank
on?
God it's Friday.
What's going on, everybody? There's no need to explain what goes on here. Y'all, if y'all don't know, y'all better get in tune with what happens here on Who's the Deadbeat channel. Um, we highlight stories surrounding around parental alienation. Everything is real. This is nothing is for play, nothing is made up. These are real people stories, so make sure you be mindful in the comments or when you comment or watching the video. Just make sure y'all be respectful. Um, no videos come down, and
The Deadbeat is not liable or liable for any court proceedings or any litigations to follow after the interview. Again, please be respectful. If not, that's cool too, because everybody feel how they feel. Um, Everybody, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. We're trying to raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Yeah, so let's get into it. We got a guest,
Mr.
Mr.
Collins,
Collins.
How y'all doing?
what's going on, man?
Finally caught y'all, man.
Finally called us. No, we finally called you.
I've been busy. I apologize, y'all. But I'm here.
All
I
right.
made it today.
Life
I
be
made it my
life.
business today.
We understand. We happy to have you today. Um,
Where you tuning in from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. How many kids do you have?
5.
5 kids. And how
Mm-hmm.
many is being alienated?
how many different women?
Yeah.
All of them. 3.
You got
Three
three
different
different
baby mamas,
mamas,
5 kids.
and all of them is being alienated.
Yeah, well, all of them was. Now I got my boys. Now, um,
Okay.
I just literally within the time frame from when I first reached out to y'all, got back in connection with my oldest daughter, and now it's just my youngest daughter.
Okay, so 5 kids, what are their ages?
16, 14, 13, 12, 9.
Mm.
That's four, isn't it? 16. Wait, 16.
16, 14, 13, 12, 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So,
And how
well,
and how long have you been going through this
Ooh.
situation?
All right, so man, my story is so crazy. Um,
Hold
so
on. No, you finna get into it. I skipped the question. I see how my wife looking.
I'm
What
just.
was it? Was it a
And this I already see now with the number of kids and the number of baby
yeah?
mamas. It's gonna be it's gonna be a
Yeah.
roller coaster ride. So
Okay.
he freestyling. So I'm just gonna let him like.
I ain't freestyling. I just missed the question. That's all.
okay.
All right, but all right. Let's get back into it. So was it a situationship?
No,
No, you got three different baby mamas. Was y'all married or?
Like,
I
yeah,
I
start
was
off with the first time you ever experienced parental alienation. First child, first experience with this.
all right. First child, first experience. My oldest, it's my daughter. Um, Me and her mom was together. She got pregnant. In the midst of she was in the military, and then in the military they don't let them come home until they're at like I forgot what they call it, like trimester, whatever. Like she's like 3 months away from having a baby, basically. Um, and during the time, I ended up going to job corps because I'm like, shit, I need to do something. You know what I mean? I can't be in the street no more. Shit, I got a kid coming. I got to figure this out. So I went to school. She's in the military. She came home, had my daughter, and then it was like she wanted me to quit school. Like, I need you to quit school and come here with me so we can take care of the baby. But I'm like, nah, you're in the military. I'm in the school. Like, we gonna be straight. Like, what you talking about? Come to find out, she hadn't quit the military. Never told me. And then like,
Mm.
didn't make sense. Like, why would you quit? But that was it. So it's like that right there for her. I guess I don't know if she was just going through post traumatic stress or whatever it was, but she just like dumped me like right after that. I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right. So it's
So
like,
what was her plans for taking care of the baby then? Like, And how long was y'all together?
2 years.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So even with y'all breaking up or whatever, why did you have to be alienated from your daughter? Like, how did you get to that point?
It was just like her mood whenever she felt like it. So it was like I would get my daughters on the weekends, but then like I said, she called me one day randomly, and I'm at work. It's like, God, I need you to get your daughter today. I was like, well, I can't. I'm at work, but I can get her tomorrow. If I didn't get her when she called me, it's like, nah, I ain't gonna see her for like 2, 3 weeks,
Mm.
stuff
Okay.
like that.
So
So
did you have a? I'm assuming you didn't have a court order.
Like you
no,
didn't
uh,
fight
See, yeah,
we
legally.
wasn't going through court stuff during that time.
yeah. See,
Okay.
and then normally that's how it be when your stuff is not in order. They feel like they can dictate whatever goes on in your life. That's why we always preach: go to court.
Oh yeah,
But
for
I'm
sure.
assuming y'all was young, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Sounds like some. So you definitely wasn't prepared mentally for that.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure life kept life, and then you ended up with somebody else and had another baby, right?
yeah. That's when it got crazy. So I ended up moving on, talking to my son's mom. She's pregnant. We got married. Now, when she found out I was dating, she found out I was dating. She was like, I was getting my daughter like here and there, like every blue moon type of thing. Like basically only when she really like needed a babysitter type ordeal. Like you know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like not just hey, I'm trying to see her this weekend, no answer. Trying to see her this weekend, no answer. But then she want to go somewhere, she got a babysitter. What you doing? So of course I ain't seen my daughter in weeks. Of course I'm gonna take her,
You gonna
right?
take her, right?
But when she found out I got married, this on my wedding day. Like I'm getting ready for the wedding. Phone ring. It's her. She going off. Mother, you getting married? Da, da, da. I ain't seen my daughter for like a year and a half
On
after
your so she called you on your wedding day.
that, and went off.
So how did she find out about that?
Facebook, family
Man, that's
posting it.
crazy, man.
You know, family.
So okay, so you didn't see your daughter for a year and a half. She found out you were serious with the second person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now you get married and you get a phone call from her. But what? Why did you see your daughter for that long of a time? Like, why did that
Well,
happen?
no, the year didn't happen till after when she
After
Oh,
she
and I got
found
so
out,
married
you
a year
yeah.
later.
got married.
That's when she
Okay, got
phone.
it.
Yeah. So
Got it.
that's
So
when it happened.
So you got married and she's like full blown. Now she finna alienate for real because she's, I guess, upset that you are
Mm-hmm.
moving on and serious and you with somebody else.
Yeah.
So okay, get us to
The second,
the
the
second,
wife,
yeah, your wife, your
the
No.
ex-wife.
ex-wife. Because
So
I
this
used
is, and that's why I say that my story's crazy because it's like they was like meshing.
Right?
So
Because I just, I'm yeah, get us there. Because I'm trying to figure out why would she even do that if she see that this woman is doing that. You know?
so
I already know how these comments gonna go, but go
and with
ahead.
in that year of going through things, me and my son's mom wasn't seeing eye to eye. We started having some difficulties. I was working at a dealership during the time, and I was living in Maryland up top during this time. So um, we was having some ups and downs, and she used to drink a lot, like get turned up and stuff like that. So we went out for her birthday one day, and she drinking whatever, and then she like disappeared on us. So her sister and them like, hey man, we trying to go to another spot. Go get your wife, and everybody meet out front. So I'm like, I bet. So I go downstairs. It's another bar downstairs. She's sitting down there talking to a guy, and I'm like,
Oh,
hey, look, your sister and them trying to go somewhere else. I'm gonna go get the truck. Y'all meet me out front. Oh, I wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm about to get the truck. Like, I'll be back. Like in my mind, it's like I ain't even. You know what I'm saying? It's your birthday. We ain't even finna.
yeah.
We
Right.
we'll talk about that later. I go outside. I turn my back. Man, my homeboy, he used to do work in the detail department because I sold cars. So we walking down the sidewalk. I feel something tug on me. Boom, pull my collar. It's her. She yanked me. Boom. Like we need to talk. I'm like, talk about what? I told you I want to talk to the dude. You got an attitude. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. Like, go get your sister. We'll talk later on. Let's finish enjoying the night. We'll talk later on. You been drinking, Metro Transit out here. Nothing to do this.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, right. I turn around and walk again. She on me, boom, grabbing me, putting on my clothes. So Metro Transit come. Some white girl standing there. She drunk, nosy. She called police. But Transit get her off me. Third district pull up. They like everything good. Metro Transit like, yeah, ain't nobody get hit. She was on him, but everything good. He like, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to her. He said, did he hit you? She looked at him, looked at me, looked back at the cop and said, yep.
Damn.
So now I'm on deferred sentencing. I'm in anger management. So DC they had commissioners on the time because we went out in DC. So I get locked up on a Friday night going into Saturday. So I'm in this mode to Monday. Monday come, get
Mm-mm-mm.
a judge. She like, well, we're gonna put you on deferred sentencing to court if you complete the anger management. With just throw the case out. So about 3 weeks into my, no, I want to say about a month in to my anger management. I come home one day. I hear somebody call my name. What call my name? Because in the neighborhood we lived in, nobody really knew me by my names. Some people knew my nickname.
Right.
I turn around and look. It's my baby mother, my daughter mom.
The
She done
first
moved.
baby mama.
She done moved across the street from me, in the building.
What? Man, go, man. Man, never.
So I
What?
look up.
Man, I
Yes.
know that was like the Twilight Zone.
What? I'm like, oh God. So I got a son in the house, my daughter across the street, and my baby mother, my wife pregnant. Oh shit. So I talked to her. We talked. I ain't even want no beef. I'm just like, look, I just want to see my daughter. You close now. It shouldn't be no issue. And it wasn't. So she was working at a restaurant called Joe's Crab Shack. So I'm getting my daughter 7 days out the week. I got her 6. And she knew that on Tuesdays I had the anger management thing, so I would get her when I got home. That's running smooth, no problem. We ain't beefing, like we getting along.
So I got one quick question.
Cause you
Go ahead,
hopped
shoot.
over this whole situation's domestic with
Yeah,
your wife. Like y'all got back cool, and then
yeah.
she got pregnant with a second baby. Like how
Like,
you still in the anger management, and you cool with that? And
yeah,
she put the
so
false.
how was the house? Like, you get
The
back to the
house was
house.
in the house was still in shambles. Like, I mean, I ended up finding out that she was pregnant in the midst of going through while I was going through anger management. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? So,
but was
but
y'all trying to like work it out? Because that a false accusation that kind of like put you in
Yeah,
the
that's
mindset of
nah.
crazy.
what
And
somebody
to
gonna
be
be
real with
like.
you,
Playing police games.
to be real with you, no, because in my mind, like I just lost my job.
Okay,
I don't got nothing. Like, and to be real with
Oh,
you,
so
it's
you
like,
lost your job behind that?
oh nigga, she went to my job the next morning and said, yeah, he ain't coming to work today. He locked up for beating me up last night.
Oh my God.
what type of sense do that make?
So the reality of that is like I couldn't go nowhere. I had nowhere to go. It's my crib. You see what I'm saying? So it's like for me, it's just like you know what? Let me just keep the peace. I need to finish this anger management. I need to get back on my feet, and then I can transition out.
Okay.
And
And all in the midst of all this, you find out she pregnant and your baby mama moved across the street.
oh yeah, I
I know
ain't gay. I'm going through it. So and I ain't so I ain't gay y'all the T yet. Y'all gonna be like nigga.
Oh man. We
So
can laugh about it now, boy.
yeah,
We gonna
now but
cry later though.
what? So I'm getting her. I'm getting my daughter. I'm getting my daughter. Everything cool. My baby mom, she dates some dude named the White Cool Guy. You know what I mean? Worked at the Pentagon. Good job. You know what I'm saying? Drove a nice little Benz and all that. Man, dude, we cool. Get along. One day I come from anger management, go to get my daughter. I call him like, hey, I'm outside, about to walk up. She like, oh yeah, the door open. Come on in. I come in. I see a light skinned nigga on the balcony. I'm like, who that? She like, you don't even worry about that. Need to mind your business. I said, you know what? You right. I'm gonna mind my business. I got my daughter, got the fuck up out of there. In my mind, I'm like, I know she do not got a nigga in her this nigga house. Gonna find out it was. So she left the nigga she was with to fuck with a nigga that
We
worked
got,
at Joe's Crab Shack with
we
her.
gotta watch. We gotta watch the N words. I don't
Oh
know.
my bad, my
YouTube.
bad. My
YouTube might
apologies.
flag us.
My
Yeah.
bad, YouTube. But so she left the dude she was with to mess with a dude that worked at Joe's Crab Shack with her. And that's when things went left with me and
Mm.
my me, her and my daughter. Because this dude, he didn't like the fact that me and her was cool. So he was determined, like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Y'all too cool. And
Mm.
the whole process of my daughter,
And
like,
how was your wife acting? Like she was comfortable with the fact that she lives across the street, or was that
I
more
mean,
chaotic too?
she really ain't trip over that. You know what I mean? Because it's like the way everybody linked in. It's like she met her with her dude. I mean, she wasn't sweating none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Plus, she already knew I wasn't even rocking with her. She wasn't trying to push them any more waters anyway. She like,
Mm-hmm.
and then he beefing with me anyway. So
Right.
That's
what
enough.
am I
You
saying?
ain't once you beefing with your wife, you ain't got time for no outside stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So she get with the dude, and it's crazy because I got my daughter that day. Shoot, the whole rest of the week go by.
You
My daughter's still
froze.
there.
Froze.
Oh, I mean, I'm froze. Oh snap!
Close the screen,
All
okay.
right, there we go. We
You
back.
got your daughter that day.
So I got my daughter that day. The rest of that week go by. Sunday come past. Monday come past. So now I'm calling because I got on Tuesday I got to go do my thing. She don't answer. Text, don't answer. Call. The dude pick up. What's up? One baby mother. Man, that's your daughter, bro. You need to take care of her. Click, banged on me. I missed 2 weeks of anger management because every time I call her, no answer. Call, no answer. I end up calling her grandmother. This is her, my daughter's grandmother. And I was like, look, can I bring her here today? I can't miss no more classes because they're going to lock me up if I do. I just want to bring her here for that. I'll come back and get her afterwards. And she could just stay with me. I wasn't even tripping at that point. Like, Bumpy, you want to disappear, do what you do? She can stay with me. I'm cool with that. Dropped her off, went to anger management. When I came back, when I called her on the way back, she came and got her. If I would have known that was gonna be the last time I was gonna see her, I would have never dropped her off. When I dropped her off that Monday night, so I can go to my job on Tuesday, that was the last time I saw her.
How old was she?
3.
And you haven't seen her since to this day?
Mm-mm.
How old is she? She's 15 now, you said?
Yep.
Oh my God.
So do you not know what they are? Like, okay, so
All right.
get
So
us
so let me catch you up to speed, because in the
Man,
midst of that,
that's tough, bro. So how
mm,
did that make you feel, bro?
all right, it broke me for real, for real. That's my firstborn, so it did me tragic. Like, and I'm already dealing with crap with my wife at the time, so me and her ain't getting along. So once that happened with her, like I said, me and wife ain't saying how that we basically on the outs. I end up
Mm.
going up to Ohio, hanging with a chick that I knew from Job Corps, and that's how I got my other daughter.
Mm.
so now you're at baby number 4.
Hmm.
Um, so what that situation like?
It was cool.
Hold on. Let's bring it back a little bit because you
I
said
got
you said the ex-wife alienated him too. So how did
that.
that
I'm about
transpire?
that. We
Probably
ain't got
when
to
he
that
got
part
the other
yet.
girl pregnant.
Oh, so that's where it started.
Not necessarily. We didn't. She didn't leave because of that. But the girl that I was messing with, she felt like she was gonna be able to pull me away, and because I wasn't
Mm.
like nah, we were just doing what we was doing. But since you got this kid, I'm still gonna do my part. Like, you know what I'm saying? We already talked about what we talked. What my situation was. I was honest with you about it, but this transpired in the midst of, which is another reason why I stopped drinking, because I used to drink then. I don't drink at all. I haven't had a drink since then.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm like, I'll do my part. You know what I mean? We set up visits, however we need to do it. She wasn't having that. Banked on me.
Because she wanted to be with you.
Hmm.
So
And so how far away was the distance between where you were and where she was?
She was in Ohio, so I could take a bus ride up there. Take me 8 hours maybe if I'm in a bus. But if I drive, it wasn't really nothing like 4 hours. I get it like 4 hours. So it really
Okay.
wasn't nothing. But
So were you going back and forth often? Because okay, you got to get us to where your wife, your ex-wife,
all right,
and
so
she
look,
started,
boom.
and then they
I'm
two
about to, I'm
two
about to, I'm about to
boys,
break.
right?
Yeah,
You
I'm about
had
to
two
salt
boys.
it up right now. So She ain't trying to. So baby mama in Ohio, she ain't trying to rock with me. In the midst of this, other baby mom, she gone. I don't know where the hell she at. I'm still dealing with home still problems. Older son, boom, got a younger son now. Older son, he's like back and
Why?
forth.
I got a quick question. Why have another child with her if after she did all of that?
But she was
She
already
was
pregnant.
already pregnant.
I didn't know.
Oh, so
We
so
didn't.
when that happened, she was pregnant with the second one already.
Yeah,
Okay, got you.
yeah. So, um, in the midst of that, we end up losing the crib. So now we at her mom's junk. And in the midst of all this going on, I end up running into my daughter's mom's best friend. I ran into her at Sprint. I was going to pay my phone bill. And she like, why you ain't taking care of your daughter? What's up with you? I'm like, but I don't even know where she at. She's like, what you mean you don't know where she at? I'm like, I don't know where she's at. So I showed her text messages and the phone calls. Like, look, I've been calling and texting and call. No response. She's like, that ain't even her number no more. But that's crazy. And that's not her responding. That's the dude she with. Steve, right? I'm like, yeah, that's him. She ain't replying. He replying. She give me the number, all that. I call her, trying to get to my daughter. Nothing. He jump on the phone threatening me and all this, like, ooh, ooh, like,
What?
mm-hmm. Like, threatening me, like, nigga, if you come down here, come to find out they had done bucked down to Atlanta.
Wow.
So, because her friend told me everything, but she was like, don't tell her I told you. Because she was about to move down there with them.
But
Work for
she know
TSA.
now. He
They
said,
called it. They called the school. Tell the school like, don't let him come up there. You know, if he tried to come up there about his, about he ain't allowed, etc., etc. So boom, they boom up and disappear again. So while this is going on, I'm dealing with home. Baby, outside other baby mother, she just flatline on me. I'm kind of getting some communication because I'm, you know, I got her mom information, so I'm kind of like trying to communicate through her. But I'm dealing with home. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. So now my second son with my wife is born. He won. We at our mom's jump. In my mind, I'm just like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get a job. The anger management shit over. I finally was able to get it expunged. I'm trying to like get him
Build
so
yourself back up.
I
Yeah.
can book it, right? In the midst of that, regular old Friday, she go out to brunch with her friends. I'm sitting on the porch with the neighbor, Trinidadian dude, cool. So we sitting there kicking it. He have a little friend come over. You know, they sitting over the corner talking, chilling. We just chilling, talking. She come back. She done had some drinks in her. But when she's pulling up, my homeboy's going in the house. He's going to get some roll ups or whatever he was going to get. And she walks up, she's like, "Oh, so you sitting out here with the bee, da da da, talking to bees in front of my mom?" I'm like, "Yo, Paul, whoa, she's not with me. That's his company." So he come back out the door like, "Yo, chill," because he know her name now. By then, like, "Yo, I ain't gonna say the name, but he's like, yo, nah, she with me," and I'm like, "You know what, bro? Apology, I'm going to crib, bro. I'll catch you later." I go in the crib. I go in the crib, go upstairs. She trying to fight me. And I'm like, look, I'm not going through this with you, bro. I'm about to roll. I'm like, my son's sitting right there. We not doing this, dog. You tripping. I try to go out the door. She jet to the door. She blocking the door. So behind me is an airbed. It's a little small couch. And there's like a window and then the TV. But the window is like a little slim, small, skinny window or whatever. Because the big window by the door. I'm like, can you please move out the way? Like, just move. I'm gonna go outside. I'm not about to do this. You need to chill. She like, nah. So I look over at my son, and as I look over at my son, I look up. She charging at me, like she Bill Goldberg or something. Like she about to try to tackle me. I politely just stepped out the way. So she tripped over the bed, and she caught the window sill, the little skinny window, and broke the glass. I go out the door. I'm sitting on the porch. Probably about 5, maybe 10 minutes later, police pull up like SWAT. They, now in my mind, I'm thinking they come for the dude across the street. Dude across the street, do what he do? Nah, they come to me. We got a call said you tried to throw a woman out a third story window. What? Yeah, did somebody your wife called said you tried to throw out a third story window. I said, bro, go look at that damn window and let me know can she fit through that window. And I said, second of all, I never touched her. She tried to tackle me and I moved out the way. So he went and looked. He's like, yeah, I could tell that didn't happen. But he still locked me up because she cut her
Please
arm.
don't tell me you went to jail again.
Because she cut her arm.
You-
Yeah.
It's tripping tonight. Okay. Please don't tell me you went to jail again.
Yes, I did. So I ended up sitting in jail this time for 3 months up in Marlboro.
So why didn't you call the police?
Because nothing had actually, we hadn't actually touched each other. Nothing, it was just words. And like I
Yeah.
said, when she
But
tried
she
to,
had a history
Uh
of
yeah.
putting you through some stuff, so you wasn't even like the least bit concerned. Like now it's another altercation.
so
It
I
may
didn't think
happen
she was going
again.
to call because it was like no interaction. The kids there, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking she got a little sense, the children there. You smell me? So, and I could have dropped the ball on that, mentally. I was just thinking, all right, the kids, she ain't finna do all that. You know what I mean? The kids said, this can go anyway. And then she drunk, and I'm sober. So it's like, you might be the one. So I'm thinking, like, she ain't gonna call no cops.
Right.
She did. Called them over.
So you ended up
Damn.
incarcerated for 3 months. So when you
Mm-hmm.
get out, what that was like?
Oh, I was done. I went to my mom's jump, and I moved around for a little bit. I was homeless for a little bit, and just moved on from there. But contacting with her, she started doing the same thing. Let me see my sons in there. But she dating, got a new boyfriend, whatever she doing. But it was like she could date, but I couldn't date. Like if I talk to somebody, oh shit, it's a wrap. I'm blocked. Can't call
So
And how would she know this? All this is just from like what, social media again, or just
social media, or somebody might see me or something, or you know. But I really wasn't even dating like that. Like when I finally decided to date, it had already been like 2 years from the
so
so
time
did y'all
I
get
got out.
divorced?
yeah, that was
Yeah,
my
yeah,
next
yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So how did that
So
work
yeah,
out?
because typically when you know go through a divorce, you're gonna
I,
get some custodial rights,
I feel
right?
like I feel like I feel like the world was on my head at that time. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I felt like the worst. I felt like I just had the worst of luck, bro. Because me and her talked. We had an agreement. We wrote it down on paper what we was gonna do. We agreed to joint custody, etc., etc. Right. In the midst of, I have been dealing with medical problems with my stomach, um, dealing with ulcers and internal bleeding and things of that nature. So on one of the court dates, I called. I was in the hospital. I was actually in the ICU unit, and I called. I had someone call to the hospital. I mean to the court to try to talk to them. Like, look, can we do another date? I'm in the hospital. They never got back to me, but she took advantage of that. Like, oh, he ain't coming. So the whole agreement we made, she chucked that motherfucker. Excuse me, y'all. She chucked it, and yeah. So,
She won by default.
Yeah,
hmm
got everything she asked for. Man, so
and me
how
being
like
homeless during the time, it was hard for me to like, cause they want you to pay for this and pay. I ain't have it, so it was just kept trying to negotiate with her. So, cause she would call, we talk like, but it's like if I don't do something she want, it's like I'm messed up. I'm homeless. Like I can't financially, I can't do nothing. But you want me to come help my kids? What? I can do that right
it
now,
was all because of her?
right? But not to her though. In her mind, this that didn't
Did
matter.
she put you on child support?
Yeah, but she did that, and I didn't even know it. I never got served no papers, none of that junk. I
Nah,
ended up
you don't
finding out.
have to.
I ended up finding out I was on child support when I was going to go get a passport. But see, this is when things turned around with this situation with my boys. 2 years ago, I'm going through the situation. I found out I'm on child support. But when I call her and say, "Hey, you put me on child support," she said, "Nah, I ain't put you on child support." Now, my oldest son, he had been living in Miami with his grandparents. Yeah, look, that's something whole totally different. So,
So she only had one out of the two boys.
hmm
And but keeping them from you, like that makes no sense.
so once I finally got situated on my feet, I'm down here in North Carolina. They was having a situation. Her and my oldest son, and I said, "Well, send him to me. I come get him." She say okay at first, but I guess it clicked in like, dang, I got this dude on child support, and he don't know because I didn't know. she put down that I was delinquent, that she didn't know who I was.
So that it was just building because you weren't making payments, but it was just accruing arrears. Like,
I got no credit for nothing that I was sending her. Cause during this time, life for me did start to pick up and change. My brother, I ended up losing my brother in 2019, and after my brother passed, my music kind of picked up. You know what I'm saying? I ended up doing a distribution deal with Empire. I did a song with Pee Wee Longway, Sauce Walker, like stuff that started like going up for me. So now she a little bit more friendlier. You know what I'm saying? Even my daughter mother popped up for a hot second, like, you know what I mean? Like out the blue, like, where you come from? Like random, because now you see my face all over Instagram, you know, the video out. I just did a song with Pee Wee Longway, everybody talking about it, so it's like,
so she popped up out of the cracks of nowhere, but
I
did
don't
she
know where she came
still
from.
let you see your daughter though? Like she
Nope.
wouldn't.
She was trying to get some money.
That's unbelievable, bro.
She came for the bread. She ain't like, nah, cause she like, well, where you at? Matter of fact, I never forget. I was at the studio during that time. I was
She
out in
never
Brooklyn.
put you on child support.
Mm-mm.
Probably not, because that would have gave you a little leverage to try
During
to,
this time, I'm a little bit smarter now. I'm like,
Yeah,
but it was hard for me to. It's crazy how they work with the system, right? Because people are like, well, why you ain't filed? Because it ain't that simple. I gotta have an address for her. I gotta get her served. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
can go pay for the way, but if I ain't got no address to get it to her, I can go find all the papers I want, right?
yeah.
So I'm telling her like, look, give me an address. She gonna say, if you talk to my husband, I said, excuse me, you talking about the same person who's the reason why I don't see her now, and you want me to ask him
so
for
she
permission?
married the dude.
Yeah. She said, maybe
So
if you
what
was, huh? Go
what
ahead.
you
I'm sorry.
think his issue was with you? Like,
He's just one of them type dudes, man. You ever seen them dudes that be real like jealous type? They don't really like nobody around. They girl, they just think everybody trying to take something from them. He one of them type dudes, man. He just weird like that. Like he don't even know me. He
Did
didn't
that
like the
make
fact
you
that we was cool.
feel? Did that make you feel uncomfortable with it being him that was raising your daughter? You know what I mean? Like,
Man, yeah. I'm like that worried me like mentally. Like man,
so how did you deal with that mentally?
prayer.
Being being alienated, like so that was your remedy. That's how you made it through. Was just praying.
Right. And then I had a lot of other stuff going on in my life that was just like I said, my brother died 2019, so I'm dealing with that. You know what I mean? My own medical stuff, like all of that stuff that I was dealing with, ended up giving me bad anxiety and depression to the point where like I was having panic attacks like randomly out the blue. Anxiety, like it was to the point where I couldn't even drive. I couldn't even be myself for a while. Like
Man,
all that stuff that I was dealing with at once, and it was like, and it make it even worse because it's like nobody want to hear you,
uh,
and
they
everybody
don't
want
speak
to
the
silence.
language.
Right. So
You
it's
a
like,
deadbeat. I'm pretty sure you heard that a couple of times.
oh, what?
they quick to
Because
throw that label on them.
oh yeah, I was with that quick because the thing about it is, nobody ever asked me what happened. They talked to whatever they said. That's what it was. And you know how that go. It don't matter what I say. And the crazy thing, they not even gonna come ask me. They just go whatever
Ah,
the sister said. That's what it is.
that's a fact.
You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so get us to the fifth kid.
Oh, that's it. That's my. He's been his whole life. He good.
Oh, okay, okay,
There ain't no
got you.
problem there.
All right,
That-
so
that-
what did we pass the T yet, or we ain't got to there yet?
Oh, that was the T because the my daughter in the midst of that going on and
Yeah,
me having it, I went out there being a dum dum, playing around in them streets and
okay, and
I already
then
got two crazy jumps in my head and I go out here and play in the
You
street.
get another one. So how did you get custody of your boys?
They did that. The boys did it.
How?
So 2 years
mm,
ago during the summertime, they were in Miami. My little boy went down to Miami to see his brother, and the grandmother and my son's mother, they kind of like always on and off. They don't always get along. They get along, and her husband, which was Big Mel, he died, and he was the reason that my oldest son Zion, would go down there. And right before my son moved down there, Like I said, he was supposed to have came with me. But then that next morning, she ended up lying to my son and saying, "Oh, your daddy not coming." But then she called me on the phone and said he don't want to come no more. So my son
Mm.
lightweight beefing with me because he think like I ain't want to come get him. And I'm like, nah, I thought you didn't want to come. Your mother said you didn't want to come anymore. You're like, Dad, I never said that. So they caught on to the fact because every time I say something about getting them, she'd say okay while we around each other on the phone. But then once the phone hang up, she'll give it a little minute. She'll come and say, "Oh, your daddy said he can't come no more."
Wow.
So every time
The
I,
case of
yeah,
parental alienation.
right. So they really thinking like Dad. Every time you supposed to see it, you keep canceling. I never cancel. You know what I'm saying? So they pulled it. They got her, and I'm amazed, bro. They got her. Like
You
so.
mad?
So
Yeah, I
I'm
am too. I'm ready to hear this
yeah. So
story.
Yes,
I'm in.
because
So I do like I said, I do music. So I'm in LA. I'm with my booking manager. I'm at Long Beach. I went out there doing a show. Me and my cousin out there. My son called me. He said, "Dad, can we come to the crib for we got like 3 weeks of summer, 4 weeks of summer left. Can we come there for?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't mind, but y'all know how your mother do, And no, this time that they already hip now, but they're like, but no, she told us we could come whenever we want." My son like, "Hold on, Dad." Boom, hit the three-way. Call his mother. Mom, could we go to that house? Now at this point, she can't really do anything because they not at her house. They were in Florida.
Mm.
So she can't, and ain't nothing she could do for real. It's like,
And
damn.
that's crazy because you trying to block something, but they not even living with you. That so how you alienate from a distance? You ain't even taking care of your own kids. That's crazy, bro.
So they get
did
her on
she
the
have
phone.
other kids after them? Okay.
She got a Tuesday quick. Um, so they got her. They're like, and she really don't. You can hear it. Like she don't want to let them. She don't want to say yes, but they pressing her like, nope. You told us we can go. You said we can go. And she like, all right. Well, if he pay for the ticket, y'all can fly out too.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna try to see if we can get back on. All right, there we go. You back.
My son, my youngest son, just called me. 'Cause
Okay.
he went to the dance at his
So
school.
you said she said if
I'm
you
about to
if you
call him on
pay,
this phone so he don't keep calling.
okay.
We good? Come on, man.
You keep going in and out. All right. Well, yeah, it's a wild story.
Bye bye. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah.
All right, I'm coming. So stop. I heard you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Stop
It's
blowing
a
my phone up.
boy,
I got
man.
you.
That's funny. You too big.
Woke them up.
Spoke him up, man.
So they get here. They get to the crib. So mind you, they got a plan the whole time. They didn't tell me nothing. They got a plan. And get so she talked. She said, "Well, if he pay for the ticket, y'all can fly out to him, and then we'll get him from there." Right? The grandmother, like I told you, her and them, they not. She's like, "Well, look, I'm gonna pay for one ticket, and you just pay for the ticket back. I fly him to you." I'm like, "Bet." So I fly back from LA. When I get back from LA 2 days later, I gotta go to the airport pick my sons up. Pick them up, we kick it. And I got 5 bedroom house, so we got space. Chilling. It's getting close to time for them to go home. They say, "Dad, we can't stay with you." I'm like, I mean, I don't mind, but your mama. They like, don't worry about that. I'm like, huh? What you mean? So basically, they, in a sense, for lack of better words, guilt trip. They're like, no, you said that we. My middle son, the one that just called me, oh, extra aggressive. Like, nope, mom, you said whenever I want to stay with my daddy, I can stay with my daddy. So you gonna let me? That you said it. That's what you said. Like,
He
like,
owned that.
yeah, like, nah,
Low
you,
key,
you,
little
you.
boys need to be with their fathers at a certain age
Genuine.
anyway.
Facts.
So
Facts.
she blown, crying up. She mad because control out her hand now. It is, but it's like if she take a step to press that button, it's like, dang, I'm gonna make him hate me. So I gotta let him go.
Yeah.
Oh, what you think I did? Well, I get the child support out the window. Yeah, out the window. All the reels out the window. Yeah, oh, they got thrown out.
Wow.
Man, you gotta finish. You gotta finish this
And
interview, man.
I just
You
told her,
gotta, you gotta, you gonna have to put your phone on do not disturb.
Yeah.
We gotta land
This
this
day
plane.
I
is
just told
messing
him.
up
I
the
just
connection.
literally just told him stop calling my phone. He gonna call it back anyway. Stop calling that phone. I said I'm coming. Stop. And kids.
Daddy
But so,
duties. We'll
man,
give you a pass for daddy
Yeah,
duties.
we'll give you a
yeah,
pass for that.
I
Can't be
apologize,
mad
y'all.
at you for being a good father.
So it's like, but now the downstroke of that is when you take kids through these cycles, right? They start to learn how to manipulate things. So my oldest son, I'm guessing he's feeling like, you know, I've always been around. Like I said, though she would never let them come stay with me, we still talked here and there. We still talk throughout the years. You know, it might be a couple months at a time, but we still talk. Like, you know, they know where their daddy is. You know, in spurts in between, I could see him here and there. But like I said, for the most part, you know, like I say, same thing with her. If I ain't do something she want, they might be gone 6 months, 7 months.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A year. You know, so my oldest son, you know how kids feel. So it's like, well, I ain't never get to really stay with dad. So like, he probably gonna just let me slide with, nah, dog,
Mm-mm.
nah. I'm still your father, and it's still rules. He
Yes.
was getting in trouble in school, and the cell phone was like his lifeline. So I take that. You want to cut up in school? You don't want to do with your chores? I'm gonna take that. That belong to me now. So now he giving his mother ammo.
Yeah,
So instead of her backing me up, regardless of
they'll
what,
never do that.
no,
Yeah. You the bad guy.
oh yeah, well you don't pay for the phone. That you know what? You right, but he still ain't getting it until he do what I told him to do. Well, he could come back here, kids. Now he looking, he putting all this together because in the midst of before my middle son went down there to Miami, he recalled like being in the house by himself for hours on hours. She not dead. He ain't ate dinner. But to my oldest son, he looking at that like, nigga, that's freedom. I get to be on my phone all night. I get to be
Hmm.
on my game all night. She running the streets. I don't care.
Hmm.
You know, he a teenager, so in this mind, like, she
That's what they want, right? They don't
Hmm.
ain't
want no
nobody,
rules, no
ain't nobody.
structure.
So he back up there. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because he wanted to be able to do what he wanted to do. And for her, it's like she really can't handle him, but she would rather him be there and deal with the bull crap than to let
And
him
ruin
just.
his life so
Mm-hmm.
that she can say it's all your fault.
She still blamed me for it. Even her brother went to her and was like, "You tripping?" When her brother found out that he was back up there, he went off like, "You crazy? You can't raise him to be no man. You my sister. I've been knowing you my whole life. You're not no. And
So
grandma ain't no
what would
worse.
you say to the people who are gonna say, why did you let him go back? What would you say?
I mean, let's be realistic. The law is he old enough to make a decision. Unfortunately, because if I try to force him to stay, then that's kidnapping.
We
That's
gotta
how
look
law
into that.
works.
And what law is that? Because
For the
How
state
old
of
is he?
Maryland, 14.
Wow, he can make his own decisions at 14 years old.
Which parent he
And
wants to be
that's
with, yes,
safe.
he can. They cannot do nothing about it. Because
Mm,
like if he at his mother's house right now and he say, "Dad, I'm about to come with you. I don't want to go in there with mom." She can call the police all she want. The police is not gonna make him get out the car because I'm his father.
that's tough.
So that's his mother. So if I can go up there right now and say, "You got the," he said, "I don't want to go." I can call the police, whatever. They not gonna touch him. They gonna say, "No, we can do this, Scott. This is where he want to be at."
Yeah, man. That's a
I
tough
So
one.
mean, you really, I mean, this is the first time really that we've had a father come on the platform who has custody that could highlight these type of struggles once you do get custody after dealing with kids who've been in the middle of chaos their whole life, being tug of war. They know that they can play both sides. They know
yeah.
that you guys are not on the same team, and
Mm-hmm.
that if they choose to act up, they're gonna typically choose the parent who's not gonna hold them accountable, the parent that really don't
That
give a
freedom.
fuck,
They
right?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm so just because these are the things that you have to go through just parenting anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
go from that after being alienated. And people don't understand it's not the same. It's not the same as having a kid that you've raised with no problems up into teenage years and then they turn around and want to be rebellious. You have a little bit more of control. But when it's a kid that's been kept from you and games have been played and then they grow up, the reality is they become to learn how to be master manipulators as well, just like you
Mm-hmm.
said. They learn these bad traits from the other side and then they start to act on it. So you have to make a
Yeah.
choice, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you have other kids, a life, another family, and then people judge you. And now you're the bad parent and you this and you that. When really the whole while this was out of your hands and you was only trying to save your kids to start with. And so I'm just, I'm happy that you are being transparent enough to share that with us, to be honest, and even just being able to just say that, yeah, I made that choice. Because
Mm-hmm.
what can you do?
Right. And it gets hard. Like you don't understand, man. These situations get tough as a father. Like you know what I mean. And it's just the way of the world and society. No matter. My grandma told me as a kid, man, and I'm sure you heard this too, bro. Like you got two strikes against you. You black and you male. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I feel like that third strike already there. Cause you ain't nothing to the typical black woman unless she say so. So she gonna treat you and carry you as such. And it ain't even gotta be nothing you did. It could be from her not having a father or somebody else did. You gotta wear it. For some odd reason. It's like you gotta wear this. You gotta wear all this. Even though it ain't got nothing to do with you. You gotta wear it. And if you don't wear this, then you ain't no man. Or you weak. And this, that, and the third. Like people don't realize the type of weight and pressure that's put on our back every day. All
Yeah.
day long. And then on top of the fact, don't nobody want to hear what we talking about.
Except the who's the deadbeat.
Yeah, there
Or
you go.
or a supporting spouse. Because I,
Yeah.
I get that you channeling your own person, but you gotta understand you talk to a married man who has a supportive woman in his corner
Right.
that he's not experiencing that. So we not gonna push
Yeah.
that narrative because I already got to check motherfuckers when they come in the comments trying to make it seem like I'm just back
nah.
here
Nah.
supporting my
For
man.
sure.
And no, it's
Nah.
Yeah.
like me and this
For
together.
sure.
This is a real struggle that we go through day to day, fighting the world together. And so you're right.
So
Every man needs that.
So
right.
you just made me come up with to ask another question. So the do you have someone now?
Yeah.
Okay, so did they have to go through any of this with you? No,
Don't
it was
have
already it was what it was when you decided to date again.
mm,
Yeah, because that can be tough too, bringing somebody new into this situation.
yeah, I mean, fortunately, uh, I was lucky enough not to have ones that be trying to attack the other one. So I ain't dealing with nothing like that. But yeah.
Okay, so what is your plan to get back into your daughter life?
Well,
Yeah,
my
like
oldest daughter, so that's what I didn't get to tell you. My oldest daughter, I ended up running into her grandmother again on Facebook. I had sent her a request a while back, and I think she, old people, they don't really be messing with that stuff like that. And I think she ended up was doing something. She saw it, and she was like, "Oh, I just saw this. I'm sorry." And she said, "Well, where you been at?" And I said, "You see how old this request is?" And she looked. She said, "Oh, wow." And I told her, I said, "Trying to see my daughter." Now, granted, I skipped a lot of stuff because it was like I didn't want to. Now, in the midst of in between time, her brother, me and him was cool, and he would kind of give me little stuff, updates and stuff about what my daughter was doing and things of that nature, and then the stuff that they was dealing with that the husband. So,
Hmm.
come to find out, they end up moving back up to Maryland. The husband was like flat out disrespectful, cussed her mama and her father out, and her mother father's a deacon and a pastor. You know,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? These God fearing people, they good people. You know what I'm saying?
Did they have kids too?
Yeah, they end up having two. So my daughter has a little sister and a little brother. Um, but I ended up talking to her grandmother, and I broke it down to her. And I told her everything that happened, how the disappearing part happened, but she was already hip.
Cause
And
she
she
picked
said,
him up. She picked him up from her house, right?
hmm so she said, look, now this the crazy thing. She might know now after this show, but I don't know if she watched it or not. But me and my daughter been talking the past few weeks, but her mother don't know. You
Okay.
smell me? But that's because of, you know, and my daughter like tell me the truth. And she said, I'm not mad at you there because I know it wasn't your fault. She said, trust me, I know it wasn't your fault.
Yeah. Cause a lot of times people don't even understand what your daughter probably went through with the abuse of stuff that was probably happening in that house.
Well, see, that's the thing. Her uncle, before he died, was keeping it real with her. See, they don't know
Mm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother don't know that. So why she thinking I'm just out of sight, out of mind, that she don't know nothing about her dad. Yeah, nah, she know what's going on. And she been
That's
waiting to meet me. She been waiting to see me.
And for the
that's good to hear. Cause
and for the people that's watching, that's what a village does. A village just don't sit back and watch
Mm-mm.
somebody just do dirt.
and enable.
And exactly. So it's like y'all always talk about it take a village, but when it's time for the village to step up,
They don't.
They
they
don't.
never do.
Then they want to put all the weight on one parent, the
Huh.
parent that everybody wants to blame, or it seems like they're absent because of this narrative. But this is why we get into this. And baby, them women out there, most of them, they hate this page. They cannot stand the sight of us because they think that it's against women, but no, it's against parental alienation.
There you go.
That's what it's
You want
against.
you want to know what's so sad? I got cousins that was around my daughter every day and would never call me.
Wow.
Hung with so my I got a cousin. His baby mother stayed next door to my daughter's mother. That's how I met my daughter's mother. Because they were
Mm.
there, and I used to go over there with him to help babysit his kids. We didn't have no kids on the time. He was working, she was working. But they still hang out. Even though him and his baby mother ain't together no more, they still was going over there hanging out, birthday parties, all that stuff. But she sitting there, when she made her way back up top, she done got convinced my cousin and them to somewhat way for them to not even say nothing to me because my
That's
daughter is
unbelievable.
hanging with my cousin's sons, right? And you wanna know what's so sad, bro? They were 5 minutes around the corner from me the whole time.
Damn.
And listen, my cousin going out of town with me. He going on trips with me and everything. And I
And
ain't
he didn't
telling
tell
me
you where your
nothing.
baby was at.
Him or his sister.
So how's that relationship today with these people?
Not good. I spazzed on both of them. But they act like I'm the one tripping. And I'm like, but bro, what you want me to do? What you
Stay
mean?
out of it.
You
Stay out of it, or speak the truth.
Cause the thing about it is that fuels the other side. Like, oh, you see how they cousin hanging around me, but he not. Then that feeds into their lie. So when family get involved, they just make shit worse. If you're not gonna do what's right for the kid and put the kid first, then just move around.
My whole cousin called me because she seen my daughter. It was like last year at at my cousin's son's birthday party. It was at some indoor. I don't know if it was a trampoline thing or whatever it was. And she called me. She said, "When you see your daughter?" I said, "I ain't seen her in a long time. I saw her today." But then I talked to our other cousin, which is my male cousin, his sister, and was like, "Yeah, his baby mother said he a deadbeat. He don't do nothing for her. He don't even want her." I said, "I never told her nothing like that. We never even had that type of conversation. She just up and dipped on me to chase behind her husband."
Well, the people gonna say you didn't fight. You didn't fight hard enough.
How you gonna
You
fight
didn't
hard
do
for something you don't
enough.
know where they at?
Right. You gotta know an address to get them served. But you know but you knew what you only knew what you knew at that time. Now today, you could it's private investigators and stuff like that. But people saying you want going to court, but you took the initiative to go to court. You just couldn't get
Yeah.
nobody served.
Yeah, you
So
gotta have an address. You can go to court, spend all that money. They not gonna just find her for you. Even if they got her address, they not gonna just give it to you. That ain't how that works. You gotta provide the address.
This is
Of course,
true.
they can run her name in the system and find it, but they're not gonna go in there and find it for you and give it to you. That ain't how that works. You gotta provide
mm,
them something when you come in there and pay that fee for them papers, and they're gonna say, "Well, how you want to serve? Are you gonna pay the sheriff to do it, or are you gonna get somebody because you can't do it?"
mm-hmm.
Or you gotta mail it. It's a certified mail you gotta do, and then she has to fill out the green form and send it back. That's even if she do it, cause she can get it act like she ain't got it.
It's so many
Yeah.
ways to beat the system and to play games. It's designed for that, you know?
Yeah.
It's
So the
designed for
best
that.
way is to get the sheriff to do it, but again, you need an address, and then it gotta be an address that she's actually at. And the
So
thing is, I got cousins that hang right there with her. I can't even get no address from them.
Do you think her moving across the street from you was a coincidence?
I don't. Maybe I don't know. I don't think she knew I lived right there because she didn't know. So I think it was just. I think what happened was when I was pulling up and she was just sitting on the balcony and she spotted me like, oh, like what are you doing over here?
It
You know.
could have just been, divine order so that you could be back in your daughter's life.
yeah. And how long did that period last?
Oh, when she was across the street from me,
Yeah, when you was able to see her.
literally like 2 3 weeks.
Wow. So what's well, I don't want to ask you what's your plans as far as your daughter because you never know who's watching.
Exactly.
But I want to ask you if you can, no, we forgot to ask a question. Like
Because it's
always.
like a two-part question. We're gonna have to ask it three times.
So
So who's
who's
the
the deadbeat?
deadbeat?
In my opinion, I say they are
And why is
because regardless of what you feel about the other, you never alienate your children. We ain't gotta be best friends. We ain't gotta have the best of nothing, but that still doesn't give you the right to keep your child away from their father or their mother or whatever the situation may be for anybody. It's not cool because that's just not. Come on, man. And I feel like the only reason fathers like myself go through that is because the women know that we care about our kids. So if I was one of them jokers that didn't care about my kids, I wouldn't be going. I wouldn't even have to fight to see my kid. I can call whenever I got ready. They be like, come on.
mm-hmm.
We know it. The deadbeats, they get that extra special treatment. They
Yeah.
push them on them. So we get it.
So if you can do it all over again, man, or if you can change something, what would that be?
I love my babies to the moon. I wouldn't have no kids. I'd have got neutered a long time ago. As soon as I turned 21, I'd have clipped, nip, tuck,
Neuter
clip,
is for
clip, clip,
dogs.
whatever they call it, faded, neutered,
Now you just gave them
vasectomy,
free game to call you a dog. Because they gonna do
vasectomy,
it.
bisectomy, whatever they call it, just nip, tuck. It's been gone out of there. There's nothing there.
Yeah,
Nah,
I feel that, man.
because it ain't right, man. This not a world, man. It's getting so bad. It's not even safe to bring a child in this world no more, bro.
That's so true.
It's not safe. People don't care. They don't care. Like look, like you said, look at the comments. Look at the stuff that they say. They don't care.
They don't. They don't get it. They don't. We. It's so redundant, and people think we sound like a broken record. But oh well.
So
Close your ears, because it's not gonna stop. We're gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing so we can get more children reconnected with their parents and with their families. Because
and
this is not normal. And it's not even about the parents per se. It's about the
the
children.
kids.
Yes.
Anybody telling y'all to not do this, but they still in here watching. That's insanity. Them tautard people.
Hmm.
Because if I don't like what you talking about or like what I'm not gonna come back in there. I would have never saw the second episode.
They so busy worried about how we do as hosts instead of the content and instead of the conversations that we're having and the stories that are
Because
being told.
that is the black agenda
They think
nowadays.
we
Find
need
something
them
wrong.
to rate us on how we host. No, we just need our people to be able to have a voice.
Yes, because
And
it's not about likes for us.
Right, or
Like
views
and
or
views.
this ain't
or
Jerry Springer.
engagement. This is about you guys having a platform where you feel safe enough to share your story, and that's good enough for us. If
I
it can
like the
reach one person and give them that hope to let them know that they can do something different or they have the support system that we're trying to provide, that's good enough.
And
well.
we talking from the father, kids, mothers, the stepmothers, the
The
stepfathers.
family.
Everybody get affected by parental alienation when
Well,
this
see,
happens.
and I just learned this over the past few years. But any father, if you own your child's birth certificate, you can go request a copy of that birth certificate and that social security card. You
Absolutely,
do not got to go through her,
absolutely,
Absolutely.
so you can get that
absolutely.
copy, and that's the first step that I just learned recently on how to get things done and start digging more for those who've been put on child support unrighteously and you ain't even seeing them children. Man, go up there to that Supreme Court and file that paper, man. Because there's a lot of loopholes with this child support thing now and this custody thing. But like I said, a lot of this information wasn't out and available for me at these times. They are
Yeah,
now,
Sure.
but it's like now I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Once
yeah.
they start about, I don't need it now. You know?
And you lost a lot of time too with your
Yeah.
babies, man.
So
But
anybody, man, you got a chance while your baby young and it's utilize these resources that's out here, man.
Because
that,
they out here. They
that
definitely out here.
and we out here. And we coming with a ton of resources. We working day and night.
Hey, let me
Um,
know. Whatever y'all need me to do, help. I'm here. I help. I will help.
but no, what you did right now is for right now was good
Good
enough,
enough.
man. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you for telling your story, being transparent, and hopefully these fathers listening to you, man, and learn from your mistakes and the things you have been through, man, because
Mm-hmm.
it ain't easy, man.
It's a constant battle, even once you get custody, like we spoke on earlier. You know, a lot of parents don't even understand that part. They just want to win, but it's more to it than just winning because you have to really show up for these kids still. Even once you got them, you got to really do some damage control because parental alienation messes up their mental, that psychologically. You know,
And
it's bad.
And you got to combat that crazy stuff that still goes on that the other parent is putting in their head. That's a lot. That's one of the biggest things people don't calculate.
Yeah,
Like it's a
they still
lifelong
trying to
battle.
alienate. They still trying to
Yeah.
alienate.
They're
Yeah.
gonna find every which way, even when the kids ain't in your house, in their house no more,
Yeah.
because they know that they somewhat got that trust of that child.
Hmm.
They're gonna play on that. So whenever you
The love.
chastising them for doing something wrong or you getting on them, they're gonna come in with the safety net. Like, yeah, your daddy just be tripping, but I got you.
I don't care, and I don't care what it is. If you say this, if the sky blue, they gonna say it's green. If you could
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, look, man, I don't want you doing drugs or nothing like that," they're gonna be like, "Man, it's nothing to do with it
He
now.
did
Then
drugs.
he did
We
it."
did drugs. So
Like so, it's crazy, but that's just the way it is, man.
And it's sad because that's something that they would definitely say. How
so
he gonna
yeah,
tell you that?
Keep
keep
us
us
posted,
posted
man,
on how your journey go with raising your boys and
and your daughter
yes,
reuniting.
and reuniting with her as well. Yes, we wanna hear about that. And I know
I'm
it's
gonna
a
get y'all
long
the
time
footage of
coming.
that because I'm about to go put up on her. So I'll get y'all that footage and update and all that. Y'all get to see that.
Man,
For
that's
sure.
blessings to you, bro.
Thank you so much for joining us and
It took you so long, man. You got
I'm
this
sorry,
crazy
y'all.
story, man,
yeah,
I'm
and the people
sorry, y'all.
needed this.
yeah,
I'm sorry, y'all. And this daddy duty, man. The boys play sports. You know, AAU basketball. They got school, and it's been a whole lot, man. I've been trying to get it done. So
Yeah.
man.
All right.
blessings to you and your
Appreciate you.
family.
Thank you guys.
All right, you
Till
have a
next
good.
time.
All right, later.
Peace. Well,
Woo. That's Clue Friday.
there you have it.
That was a roller coaster right there.
It was.
Not one, not two, but three. Man.
You guys, everybody that's rocking with us, thank you so much for the support. Again, if you're new to our channel, this is what we do. It's about parental alienation. It's not about gender roles. It's not a bitter baby mama bashing thing or women bashing thing like y'all try to put in the comments. That's not what we're about. We stand
Mm-mm.
against parental alienation. If you don't know what it is, do your research. Do your research and then come back with a clear, open mind. It's not about us trying to be human lie detectors because we don't know these people. If this is their truth and this is their story, we're here to listen. And so y'all want to be judgmental in them comments, but think about the big picture. It ain't about us. Cause it don't matter what y'all say about us. We gonna keep it pushing and keep it moving. It's about these children that's been affected when they're being tug of war between parents and it's chaos and it's nothing that's gonna contribute to their growth and development. Think about that part. Don't think about coming in the comments to try to talk about us because it really don't matter what you have to say.
Yeah, there you have
That's
it.
it.
Power to the people. Peace.